everyone, welcome to Morning Laziness. I'm Nilima Kayas, and today we are bringing to you an interview session with Ms. Karwanna D. Morning Laziness is an online magazine dedicated to women. It showcases various articles, personal life stories, and interview sessions on different matters concerning women. And today, our interviewee, Ms. Karwanna D, happens to be the founder of She Has Got Goals Academy, an author as well as a speaker. And talking about mind laziness, well, I think in the past few interviews we have covered about this topic, about metaverse and NFTs, and quite recently, Morning Laziness launched a very own NFT collection called Women in Metaverse, so as to move one step ahead. And as always, our goal has been to empower women in all spaces, whether it comes to NFT or metaverse. We have always stood ahead, and over here, each of these meta characters that you can see on our NFT collection represent different emotions that women go through during different phases. It could be at work life or at home, and they still keep smiling. So so that's about our Women in Metaverse. So I'm sorry to leave our interview hanging over there. Let's welcome our interviewee. Hello, Ms. Karwanna.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm doing wonderful. Absolutely.
Great. It's a pleasure to have you on board with us at Morning Laziness. So, since you're on board, what is your morning mood?
My morning mood. So my morning mood is like really laid back, mellow, I would say. Yeah, I'm a pretty mellow person. So when I get up in the morning, I like to do is meditate, listen to some like meditation music, but also some motivational excerpts from, some industry leaders, and drink some tea. So that helps me kind of set and prepare myself for what's coming for the day, basically.
That sounds great. So as I was just talking about our NFT collection called Women in Metaverse, so which is your favorite meta character?
Simple me, like the simple person. Like I love that character because that's who I am. Like I show up authentically in every space. I'm just a simple person, although I've achieved a high level of success as an entrepreneur, as a mompreneur, and just as a woman, period. Like I really like simplicity. That was my favorite NFT character.
Right. Well, how do you normally begin your morning day?
So usually beginning my morning, when I get up, first thing I like to do is just kind of set the tone and align my spirit for high productivity. So in order for me to do that, first I have to have the right mindset. So I like to tap into, meditation, music, motivational speaking on YouTube. I'll probably watch about 20 to 30 minutes of meditation. And then I'll drink some tea. I'll try to have a little bit of breakfast because, of course, when you are like an entrepreneur, sometimes we go throughout the day and forget to eat. So I try to at least have a piece of toast at least. So I won't be starving throughout the day. But that's my morning ritual. I try to do that every morning before I dive into the busyness and chaos of the day.
Great. Now, what are some habits of a highly productive and devoted entrepreneur?
Yeah, I would say, and I actually wrote a book called 10 Habits of the Highly Effective Entrepreneur. So I love that question because there are some habits that, of course, you have to have as an entrepreneur. And one of them is just commitment. Like you have to be committed because, of course, there's a lot of things that will come your way. And if you're not committed, you can easily, find yourself giving up, right? And you don't want to basically abort your dreams because of the chaos or things that are happening in your life. So just being committed. As well. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, so are you working on any upcoming manuscripts?
So actually I just finished up my most recent manuscript. It's called Don't Duck the Government. They've Got Your Money. It's all about pitching and winning government contracts for entrepreneurs. And so it is currently, being wrapped up and will be available very soon. You'll find it on Amazon, but you can also go to don'tduckthegovernmentbook.com to get a copy. Yes.
That's great. Well, now what exactly motivated you to begin She Has Got Goals Academy?
Yeah, so I was actually motivated to start She's Got Goals Academy simply because of my journey as an entrepreneur. So there was a lot of things that I didn't really know about business, and I kind of learned by accident. But because of that and finding my way to success, I wanted to empower other women because I didn't want them to have to not have anybody who can actually walk them through, getting started as an entrepreneur to actually succeeding as an entrepreneur and growing their business. And so She's Got Goals was simply born out of my passion to empower other women and younger women and those who aspire to start businesses just like I did.
Right. Well, now are you planning to launch any new courses this year through the same?
Yeah, so absolutely. So I have a 6 week coaching program. Actually, it's called $1 Trillion Government Contracts Accelerator. It is a fairly new program where I actually help entrepreneurs learn how to do business with the number one largest paying customer in the world, which is the U.S. federal government, this U.S. state government and U.S. local city and county government, and because they have money for small businesses. And so this is one of the courses that I am, that I am launching, and I've recently, started.
Right. Well, so now during the lockdowns, if you have noticed, many working mothers and housewives have started their own small business. So, what are some ideas, notions, and tips you would like to share with those bold entrepreneurs to empower them and boost their growth?
Well, I think during the pandemic, that was a pivotal moment for a lot of people. First of all, they were awakened and became aware that you can lose your job just like that if you're working for someone else. So in order to basically have some type of financial security, you have to secure your own future. And so that actually made a lot of people quit their jobs, start businesses so that they can begin to secure their own future. I think that is the best thing that you can do as an individual is start a business because that's the only way to really create wealth and also to secure your retirement and all those different things. And then the other thing is like, during the pandemic, those who have small businesses, if you're doing business with the right players like the government or corporations or whatever, those businesses actually grew. And a lot more people are starting to see that there's a lot of money on the table for small businesses. And so it's just the smartest way really to grow. Yeah.
Great. Now, talking about business, what are some simple streams of income?
So simple for streams of income, I would say, number one, of course, I always talk about government contracts because those particular streams of income locks in 2 to 5 years of sustainability. So you have regular paying customers who are premium buyers and that consistent flow of income, right? But I will also say I always like to use the term monetize your life. So when it comes to other streams of income, you want to think about, are you investing in the stock market? If so, now is the best time. While the market is down, now is the best time. It's just like all the stocks are on sale, and then you'll be able to see it go back up over time. So that's a stream of income that could be very passive, as well as additional streams. Like if you have multiple cars, well, there's companies like Turo, like all these different sites where you can rent your car out, for like a couple $100s a day. If you have extra rooms in your homes or an extra bed, you can rent out your home. Or you could write a book, like write your own manuscript and sell that if you have a story to tell or something that you want to share with the world, right? And so those right there are some really great streams of income that can be very powerful. But every person, I believe, should have at least 2 to 3 streams of income that are working for you, and at least one of those streams should be more a passive income stream.
Great, thanks for that. Well, what are some challenges you faced as a business coach?
I would say, okay, so here's one of the biggest challenges that I face and have faced in the past as a business coach. Just getting people, because like when you're coaching other businesses, you'll find, like business owners, you'll find that people are in different places, right? There are some entrepreneurs who just started and they don't understand the power of investing in their business. They don't really have quite the developed mindset. And so when going through the entrepreneur journey, of course, there's a lot of personal, professional development that has to take place before you really begin to see the money fall into your bank account. And so as a business coach, of course, I see everyone, right? So I run across those who are just starting, those who have been, in the game for a minute and are still struggling, and for those who are having some level of success and want to take their business to the next level. So the biggest hurdle and biggest challenge is turning a new business owner who has an entrepreneur, who has an employee mindset into an entrepreneurial, basically, who has a mindset for success. That is a challenge that I'm currently working through every single day, just to kind of help people move the needle and understand who they are and tap into their power.
Great. Well, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Well, for me, because I would say over the past 4 years, I've helped over more than 300 small business owners generate an additional 3 million and growing in business revenue by teaching them smart strategies to grow their business, faster. And so in 10 years, I would like to have double, triple, quadrupled, of course, that result by duplicating myself. I would love to have, or I can see myself just kind of empowering other business coaches with this particular aspect of business and strategy of doing business with the government, and just teaching them what I know so that they also are out there empowering and teaching and educating other business owners. Because of course, each one teach one. The more people that are out there doing this, the more success you'll be able to see. With small businesses are becoming big businesses, and now we're creating lucrative jobs as well as lucrative revenue streams for ourselves.
Right. Now, lastly, what do you think this world needs the most?
Can you repeat that?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Lastly, what do you think this world needs the most?
I think the world needs, what the world needs most is like compassion. Like when I was growing up, people cared. They had respect for elders. They cared about each other. Now we live in a world where it's just like, you just never know what's going to happen, because people are like, senseless. Like, that you have like a lot of road rage. You have people who are just disrespectful. They disrespect elders, and people just don't care anymore. So I think we just need more of just the heart, just people being more compassionate and concerned about other people, and just having that community. If we can do that, I think we can, accomplish a lot of things, together rather than apart.
Right. So on that note, we come to the end of this interview session. Thank you so much, Ms. Karwanna, for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time. And thank you, audience. Hope you had a great time with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.